If you're like most internet marketers, your biggest problem is getting targeted traffic to your website. This is particularly frustrating when you're just starting out and can't afford to pay for Google AdWords or Facebook advertising. To help you solve this problem, in this video we're going to take a look at inbound marketing, which is a very different way to think about traffic generation. I'll also reveal our #1 secret for generating ongoing traffic, so be sure to watch this video all the way to the end. Okay, let's get started. The easiest way to understand the difference between outbound and inbound marketing is to look at an analogy. Imagine for a moment that there are two photographers who both work for the National Geographic magazine. Each of these photographers is given an assignment to travel to Africa to capture images of the elusive leopard in its native environment. The first photographer assembles a local team of guides and animal trackers and starts hunting for a leopard. They travel through the African savannah for weeks, studying the terrain and analysing tracks and trails. Finally, after a grueling journey, they find a leopard. But as soon as the big cat senses their presence, it darts off into the jungle. The desperate photographer shoots as many pictures as he can, but ends up with a disappointing result. The second photographer takes a very different approach to his assignment. He starts out by asking himself a very important question, which is, what does a leopard really want? The answer, during the harsh African summer, is water. So, the photographer sets up 5 large troughs and fills them with fresh, cool water. He then makes his way to a nearby hide and sits and waits. First, a small bird stops by and has a drink. The bird then tweets about the new watering hole to his friends. Soon, there are hundreds of birds enjoying the water. The growing flock of birds in turn attracts larger animals to the artificial watering hole. Every morning, the photographer fills the troughs with fresh new water. After a month of consistent action and patience, one evening, a leopard emerges from the jungle and approaches the watering hole for a drink. In this situation, the photographer has all the time in the world to take an award-winning shot and complete his assignment. Now, if you're wondering what this story has to do with internet marketing, let me explain. The first photographer who went hunting for a leopard represents old-school outbound marketing. In this scenario, you hunt for prospects, and as soon as you find a lead, you immediately try and sell them something. Unfortunately, all too often, as soon as your prospect realises that you're just trying to pitch them something, they disappear as quickly as a leopard dashing into the jungle. The second photographer's approach represents inbound marketing. He started by asking, what does my ideal prospect, in this case a leopard, really want and need? And this is a great question to ask yourself in relation to your online business. What do your ideal customers want and need? The second photographer then created something of genuine value by setting up the artificial watering hole, and because the water was of the highest quality, word spread fast. This is the equivalent of setting up a blog or website where you post your best quality content and encourage people to share your material via Facebook or Twitter. However, generating traffic is not the end goal. Once you've succeeded in attracting people to your website, you then need to convert your visitors into subscribers. One great way to do this is to offer them a high-quality ebook, white paper, or training video in exchange for their email address. And once you have their email address, you can subscribe them to an autoresponder sequence that sends out automatic emails that deliver additional value into their lives. Having built up a relationship with your subscribers and established a high level of trust and authority, you can then present them with a compelling offer on a high-quality product that helps them solve a particular problem in their life. Ideally, your customers will have such a fantastic experience with your product that they will become true fans and tell their family and friends about your website, material, and products. So just to summarise, inbound marketing involves creating high-quality content that attracts visitors to your site. You then convert those visitors to subscribers, deliver more compelling content, and ultimately convert your subscribers into customers and raving fans. Now, this all sounds well and good in theory, But let's now take a look at how inbound marketing works in the real world and how you can use these principles to generate actual traffic to your site. Let's say you run a personal development blog and you decide to write an article about time management. Now, the way most people approach creating a new blog post is to sit down in front of a blank computer screen and wait for inspiration to strike. This can be a difficult and very frustrating process. But it doesn't have to be that way. The best thing you can do before you write a new blog post is to ask yourself the question, what do people want to read? And the way to answer this question is to use Market Samurai. So here I am in Market Samurai, and I'm going to start a new project using the seed keyword time management. And now I'll come across here and click the Generate Keywords button. And here are my results. Now, what most people don't realise is that these keyword phrases provide us with a powerful insight into what people are searching for on the internet in relation to time management. So if I were writing an article on time management, here's what I'd do. First, I'd order these keywords by the amount of traffic they generate. To do this, all I have to do is come up here and click on the SEOT column header. Then I'd scroll down until I find the keyword phrases that have an SEOT value of around 100 to 200. These phrases will generally have lower levels of competition. I'd then look for a phrase that would make a good blog post title. For example, here's a great idea for an article: Time Management at Work. This phrase has the potential to generate around 137 daily visitors if I can achieve a top ranking in Google. The next step is to check the strength of the competition associated with this keyword phrase. To do this, I'll come down here and click this small key icon, which opens this keyword in a new tab at the top of the screen. I can then switch to this tab and access the SEO competition module. And now I can come down here and click the Generate Results button. This competition matrix then lets me assess my chances of getting onto the front page of Google if I write a good quality article about time management at work. And this matrix looks pretty good. Over here, I can see that only 3 of the competing pages have time management at work in their URLs and titles. And if I dig a bit deeper, I can see that 2 of those pages are focusing on time management for working parents. I can also see that the top 10 contains a number of sites with a page rank of 0, which is also a good sign. All in all, this suggests that if I were to write a good quality article that is optimized for the term time management at work, I would have a chance to get onto the front page of Google and generate some real traffic. Now let's just stop and look at what we've done here, because it's really important. Instead of just sitting down and writing an article about time management, we've checked to see what people are actually searching for and found that time management at work is a topic people want to read about. We've also analysed the competition and determined that there's an acceptable level of competition to move ahead with this article. The funny thing is, virtually no one does this before they write articles for their blog. If you can get into the habit of using Market Samurai to find out what people want to read and check the strength of your competition, you'll be able to create compelling content that is much more likely to rank well in Google. So let's just recap what we've covered in today's video. We've seen that there are 2 different approaches to internet marketing: outbound marketing and inbound marketing. Outbound marketing involves hunting for prospects and trying to close a sale as quickly as possible, while inbound marketing involves creating high quality content that attracts visitors to your site. Once they arrive, you then convert your visitors to subscribers by offering them a compelling reward for entering their email address. You then build a relationship with your subscribers over time before presenting them with a great offer on a high quality product. We also saw that the best way to create killer content for your blog or website is to use Market Samurai to find out what people are actually searching for, check the level of competition for the top spots in Google, and then create high quality content that is optimized for the search term you are targeting. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you all the best with your inbound marketing.